Hi guys, Barbara here from the Holistic English Academy, and today I am doing a vocabulary video teaching you how to talk about your feelings, because a constant thing I hear from my students is their frustration with the inability to express their feelings in a very precise way. So I've decided to do this video and hopefully help you to express yourself more confidently and competently in English. Now, if you haven't yet, please make sure you hit the red button, subscribe to our channel, also share with your friends, and please leave any comments, any suggestions you have. I love reading your comments, and I love nothing else but to create content that really matters to you. So thank you so much for that. Now, without further ado, that's an expression, without further ado. So that means let's get to the point, let's get started. So, to feel all the feels. So when we use this expression, to feel all the feels, it means that we are feeling a mix of strong emotions, overwhelmed. So that can be either positive or negative. So let me give you a few examples. When I got my Australian citizenship, I felt all the feels. So that it would be positive feelings. Now, if I say, I felt all the feels when I learned I would lose my job if I didn't get vaccinated, that it's not so positive, right? I don't really know how to feel about that. So that one you can choose, you can use with good situations, bad situations. Now let's have a look at the second one, to be thrilled. And this one's quite common. I'm sure you have heard the word thrilled before, and it's quite difficult to pronounce, right? We need to do that TH sound. So just to recap, remember, tongue, tip of the tongue behind the upper teeth. So we don't really need to stick the tongue out or anything like that. When we do the TH sound, we just put the tip of the tongue behind upper teeth, and then you gotta go to the R. So thrilled, thrilled, thrilled. Try at home. It's not the easiest thing to do, but with a little bit of practice, I am confident you can master it, okay? So thrilled, to be thrilled. And that means to be super excited. This one, it's most of the time, say 99% of the time, used in a positive way. Just to give you a couple examples, even though it was unplanned, Mary sounds thrilled about her pregnancy. And another example, I'm thrilled to announce we're going to open a new store in Los Angeles. So there you go. Number 3, to be blissfully happy. Blissfully happy. And when you guys watch my videos, I would love for you to really pay attention to the pronunciation of the words, because pronunciation is something that you don't necessarily need to study it isolatedly to master it. So if you really pay attention to little subtleties, like the way I say blissfully, not blissfully, blissfully, short I, okay? Pay attention to those sounds, and for sure, they will help you improve your pronunciation. Now, blissfully happy. That means to be in peace, to have nice kind of, tranquil happiness. For example, since they moved to a small town, they've been blissfully happy. We've been blissfully happy with our new baby. A baby always makes us feel blissfully happy. At least it did for me. Now, number 4, to be delighted. I really like this word. It makes it sound really nice, delighted. I just think it has a very nice sound in English. So to be delighted means to be pleasantly surprised. Examples, I'm delighted to announce my 4th coaching group starts in January 2022. She's delighted with John's work. She said he's incredibly efficient. There you go. So try to use the word delighted. Number 5, to be giddy. So to be giddy, it's always positive, and it sounds like very, very exciting, doesn't it? To be giddy. I personally don't use that word very much, but I find it very interesting, and it's quite common, especially in movies. You hear the word giddy a lot, and it's usually associated with love, with feelings, towards another person, romantic feelings. So you feel so excited that you feel almost dizzy. For example, Lenny felt giddy when she saw John for the first time. It was love at first sight. Now, to feel blue or to have the blues. So this one always expresses sad feelings. So it's always a negative connotation, or sad, sad is not always negative. It depends on how you see it. But this expression comes from the blues, the musical genre. Right, genre is such a hard word to say, but I thought I would try it out. But yeah, so to feel blue or to have the blues is to feel sad and depressed. For example, I feel blue since my dog passed away, or she's been having the blues since her boyfriend left her. Now, to feel down. So when you feel down, it also means you're feeling sad, upset, or depressed for, any reason. For example, I've been feeling down since I lost my job. So to lose a job is definitely a good reason to be upset, unless you really hated your job. Another example, Lenny has been really down since leaving her old school. So she's probably sad because she lost her friends. So another one, to not really feel it. So when we say we don't really feel something, it means that we are not 100% sure, we're not really excited or looking forward to doing a certain thing. So it's like when you lose the excitement about something. So you wanted to do it and now you don't feel it anymore. For example, I wanted to go to the party, but I'm not really feeling it right now. Or I should go to the gym, but I just don't feel like it. As in, I just really don't feel like going to the gym, but we don't need to say the whole thing. We just say, I just don't feel like it. I really like this one and I use it a lot. I often say I don't feel like doing things. So there you go. It's a really good one for you to not really feel it. Next one, to have a heavy heart. So to have a heavy heart, and heart is one of those words that I used to pronounce it very American. For those who don't know, I learned English in America. I studied in North Carolina. And then I moved to Australia. So I'd been speaking English for about 7 years when I moved to Australia. And because my husband is Australian, I ended up getting a whole lot of his things as well, the way that he speaks. And my Australian co-workers and people that I hang out in general. So in Australia, people don't say heart, they say heart. And I say something in between. So I don't say heart anymore, but I also don't say hat. So to have a heavy heart. So that means to feel sad and upset, usually for a sad reason. For example, it's with a heavy heart, I tell you, we're closing down our restaurant after 20 years. She told him the news about his grandma with a heavy heart. So something bad happened to the grandma and she had to tell the grandchild. Another one, to be livid. Again, pay attention to the short I, livid. Not livid, livid, livid. To be livid. So to be livid means to be very angry. Example, I was livid with my sister when she crashed my car because she was texting. Now another example, Greg is livid with his flatmate because he didn't pay the rent this month. So those are good reasons to be really angry and livid at someone. So I personally use the word livid a lot. Not a lot, but sometimes I do get livid. So yeah, it's a good one. Livid is better than saying, I guess I like it better than saying very angry. All right, so let's have a look at some that are more into being tired, express tired feelings. So to be worn down. So that comes from the phrasal verb wear down. So if I don't want to get too much into grammar rules here, but I would like you to understand that pretty much any verb in English can be made into an adjective. So when you say I am worn down, you're using worn down as an adjective to describe a person or a thing. Now, to wear someone down would be a verb. So they have the same meaning and they can be used either way. And these two meanings say, so if I say, she's going to wear me down or I am worn down, the meaning is the same. I'm just using it as two, the words have different meaning or different grammatical functions in the sentence. Okay, so to be worn down is to gradually lose energy or the desire to persist on something. I was so worn down by her insistence, I said yes to having chocolate for breakfast. So that's a personal example. It's like sometimes my daughter would just ask for whatever she wants so many times, and I have said no so many times that I just get tired of saying no and I end up just giving up and saying yes because she insisted so much. So that's the kind of situation you would use to be worn down. So Maya, my 6-year-old, sometimes wears me down by her insistence. Now let's have a look at to be worn out. So the beauty and the trouble of the English language is that by just changing a little particle or a preposition, the words completely change meaning, right? Or phrasal verbs, they completely change meaning. And I mean, I'm used to it, but I know it's frustrating for a lot of people. But let's have a look at to be worn out. So that means to be exhausted. For example, I just got back into my exercise routine. I am worn out. So I worked out really hard and I hadn't done it for a while, so I'm extra tired. Or I always feel worn out after kids' birthday parties. And that's true because, you know, the noise kind of gets to my head and I feel really, really tired afterwards. So that means to be worn out. So to be worn down is to give up because someone's insisting too much, and to be worn out is to be really, really tired. Now let's have a look at another one. To take a breather. So another one, good one to practice the TH, breather, breather. And if you guys want a video specific about the pronunciation of TH, make sure you leave a comment in this video letting me know and I will sure deliver. Okay, so don't forget to put your comment here. So to take a breather means to take a break or a pause. For example, this discussion is getting nowhere. Let's take a breather and regroup in 5. Another example, she was so angry with Paul, she decided to take a breather. Moving on to the next one, to feel off, or to feel that something is off. I really like this expression and use it quite often. So when we feel off or feel that something is off, it means that we can feel that something is wrong, right? That something about that specific situation or person is wrong. For example, something feels off about this house. I don't want to move here, right? So you got that feeling that the house, you know, the feelings, I'm sure that everybody has had those feelings before, that a place is not really comfy, or, you know, you don't feel very nice in that place. You don't feel like you want to be there. Or I feel off today. Maybe I'm coming down with a cold. So when you're about to get sick, you also feel that something is wrong with you, right? So to feel off or that something is off is the same as saying, this feels wrong, or there's something wrong about this place. And I really, really like that one. So to feel off. Now, another one, to be a hot mess. So what does it mean to be a hot mess? It's kind of a cool expression, right? Hot mess. So it can be used for either people or things. And it kind of means that things are really messy, but in a kind of cool way. So for example, Jenna looks like a hot mess since she had the twins. So that's obviously a mom with 2 kids, and she, you know, she's not really taking care of her appearance. So she's got the hair in a bun and wearing, you know, sweat clothes, you know, gym clothes. And so she looks like a hot mess, right? You gotta be careful. Sometimes it could be negative and sometimes it could be positive. It depends who you're talking to. Or also the bar is a hot mess, but it's so much fun. So probably a place where there's huge lines and, you know, service is not very good, but you really like going there. So that'll be also a hot mess. Okay, I personally don't use this expression very much, but I think it's quite cool. So I decided to put it in this video. Maybe you'll use it before me. Another one is to be puzzled. So puzzles come from that game, you know, the little game where we put the pieces together. That's a puzzle. So when you feel puzzled, it means that you're intrigued or confused by something. For example, I'm still puzzled about her reaction to my wedding. I thought she'd be happy for me, right? So she's like confused why the friend wasn't happy. I really like this one, to be puzzled. I like it. Now, to have mixed feelings. So when you have mixed feelings, it's kind of similar to feel all the feels, but when you have mixed feelings, it means that you're not sure about what you feel. You're not sure if you like something or if you don't like, you know? I think we've all been in that situation. So let's have a look at an example. We have mixed feelings about moving to Western Australia. Financially, it would be a great decision, but are we going to adapt? So it would be a really good move financially speaking, but we are not sure if we're going to make friends. So we got that mixed feelings about it. And I really like this expression. Now, one of my favorites, and I say it a lot, it's I feel ya. So the correct expression would be I feel you, but in commonly spoken English, people just say I feel ya, as in I can relate to what you're feeling or saying. For example, I'm exhausted from studying so hard. And I would say to my friend, I feel you, sister. I say a lot, I feel you, sister. As in, you know, I know what you're feeling. I can relate to you. So I feel you. I really like that one. So try it. Now, to be astonished. I really like this word, astonished. It means to be greatly surprised or impressed. For example, John was astonished at how quickly Maya learned to read. Or, I'm astonished by the property prices at the moment because everything's so expensive. Another one I really like, and gosh, we're going through a lot of expressions here today. Yeah, I hope you guys really get some good use from here. Extract some vocab, make sure you make your notes. It's, you know, when you're going to choose new vocabulary, it's gotta be something really personal to you. Like, for example, I don't really connect with the expression, I am giddy with excitement. So I don't use it because I don't connect with it. I kind of connect with the words I use in English. So do that. Use the ones that you feel comfortable with, you know, the ones that perhaps you can think to yourself, now, wow, I really wanted to know that expression in such and such occasion. And then write it down and try to get into your vocabulary. So write it down, get a few sentences, you know, write a couple examples, repeat it, see how it feels for you, and then go out in the real world and try to use it. But let's have a look at the last one. To be fed up. To be fed up. So that means when you've had enough of a person or a situation, you're just done with it. Sick and tired, do not want to deal with it anymore. For example, I am fed up with working late every night. I am quitting my job. Or she's finally got fed up with his excuses and decided to leave. I also like this one very much, to be fed up. So yes, guys, that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to hit the button if you haven't yet. You know, we love your support here. And please make your comments and suggestions here. I would love to deliver content that's useful for you. So yes, if you'd like one about the TH pronunciation, just let me know here. And I will see you guys soon here. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.